While this isn't on the level of Christopher Bell going to the 20, Brad Keselowski signing an extension, or Levine Family Racing shutting down, it's some pretty decent news and pretty important news, I would say, to NASCAR and, of course, some individual teams, and that is sponsorship. Yes, the thing we all know about NASCAR that runs the sport, some of the most important things in all of NASCAR, sponsorship. We got some new teams with some new sponsors, and we're here to talk about that today, and some Jimmy Johnson news, actually. It's not like, well, it could be life-changing, I guess, if it ends up being a correct superstition, but let's get into the sponsorship thing first, and then we will go to, the Jimmy Johnson sponsorship, or not sponsorship, other thing. Anyways, the first thing I want to talk about, let's go through alphabetical order. So Alex Bowman has picked up a new sponsor for this year and also through the year 2023. That is Acronis. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I think they used to be with Ryan Newman in the 6 team, but they will run the car that I'm showing you right now 3 times this year at the Dover doubleheader and also at the Texas playoff race. Alex Bowman, obviously, we all know he runs that Chevy goods car most of the time. I think that's like 26 out of the 36 races he's running that thing. And so basically he's sponsored by his own manufacturer, and that's never a good sign. Sponsorship has been a bit of a problem for Bowman over the last year or so. There's been rumors about Hendrick downsizing from 4 cars to 3 cars. I think this helps solidify that Hendrick's going to try to go for 4 cars next year, continue that, replacing Jimmy Johnson in the 48. While 3 races is not a huge deal, here's the official statement. As the official cyber protection partner of Hendrick Motorsports, Acronis will also become a major associate partner of the team's full 4-car stable. 4 cars. That basically confirms it. Its logo will appear on all Hendrick Motorsports race cars, uniforms, and equipment beginning with the 2021 NASCAR Cup Series season. So there you go. It's going to be a primary for Bowman. It's going to be an associate on the 9 car, on the 48 car, on the 24 car. So yeah. That's that. It's, as I said, through 2023. While it is not a long, big deal for Bowman to get like 20 races or something in that sponsorship, it is good to fill in some of that gap. He does have sponsorship from Valvoline and Exalta as well. Though he runs those cars as well, and now Acronis will be a part of that rotation. But I don't know. He might need some more sponsors to get rid of more of those Chevy goods cars, but who knows? It'll be interesting to see how that does. But next up in alphabetical order will be Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace is now an official ambassador for Columbia, the clothing company. Yeah, he signed a deal there. I don't know if it's going to be on the car, if it's going to be just him wearing apparel around or what. But let's see. According to Adam Stern, Columbia signed a deal with Bubba Wallace and Richard Petty Motorsports. It includes Wallace promoting the brand's performance fishing gear and his number sponsoring the 43 car at Dover. So we will see this at the Dover race along with Acronis. Those 2 cars will be debuting at the same track next weekend, I believe. So there's some big news. I don't know how many races it's going to be, if it's just going to be Dover, how long it's going to be, but obviously it is an on and off the track deal. On the track because obviously it's going to be on the race car, and then off the track because they're sponsoring Bubba, and Bubba's going to have to wear their gear off the track when he's going fishing, when he goes out, I don't know, to lunch, whatever you wear Columbia wear for. You see him wearing a hat. You can wear a hat almost anywhere, so there you go. He's going to have to wear that around. And then our last sponsor news of the day, Ryan Newman. Ryan Newman has added to sponsor Guaranteed Rate as a major partner. They will sponsor 12 races in the second half of the season. There's only about, 14, 15 races left. So you're going to see this car a lot the second half of the year. This last chunk of the year, you're going to see this car a lot, so get used to it. So I think they've run 1 or 2 races already with Newman, but they have decided to stick on long-term. A major deal for the race, or for the rest of this season. They will be on that car as a primary, and I'm also assuming as an associate sponsor they will be on that race car. So a big deal for some of these teams to add new sponsors and to go into more rumors and stuff. For Bubba Wallace signing on that deal, I don't know if it's just this year, I don't know if it's long-term, but does that lock him in at the 43? Is he staying at Richard Petty Motorsports? I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's long-term. I don't know if that's a personal sponsor. If he leaves, he'll take them with him. But Richard Petty Motorsports obviously gets a lot of sponsorship through Wallace. Wallace has added a couple sponsors with him. The sponsors have tied themselves with Bubba Wallace, and then eventually Richard Petty Motorsports, like Cash App. We saw Cash App jump on about a month ago. Now Columbia Wear. What else? I think Worldwide Technology, technically. So we've seen some of these sponsors jump on with Bubba Wallace and eventually Richard Petty Motorsports. So if Wallace were to leave, would they leave with him or would they stay with Richard Petty Motorsports? If they were to leave with Bubba, I think Richard Petty Motorsports would desperately try to keep him there so they can keep that sponsorship and keep that funding in place. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. As for the Newman and Bowman deals, good for them. For Bowman, that's definitely good for them. To keep that car getting some sponsorship. They definitely needed it. Now on to Jimmy Johnson tomorrow. We say goodbye to the black Jimmy Johnson car. I'm superstitious at times, and I guess Jimmy Johnson and his team are too, but they've said enough. In 2018, Jimmy Johnson debuted a black Lowe's car, an almost all black Lowe's car, and at the time, that was his worst season in his career. 0 wins, eliminated in the first round of the playoffs. Terrible year. Then Lowe's drops out. He gets a new sponsor, Ally. They run a black car again. Another bad season for Johnson. Another winless season. This year, let's try it again. Third time's a charm, right? Let's run a black Ally car. 0 wins. Might miss the playoffs. Missed the playoffs last year. Who knows what's going to happen this year? Well, tomorrow they're releasing a new paint scheme. I'm assuming it's going to be purple, pink. I'm hearing rumors that it's going to be white. They're going to completely flip-flop it. Instead of a black Ally 48, it's going to be white Ally 48. I would love to see an old paint scheme that he's run, like one of his championship paint schemes, but instead of blue, you do purple, and then like instead of the gray, like on the Cobalt car, you do like I don't know, like the pink or something. I don't know, whatever Ally colors are. But yeah, they're going to change up the paint scheme. We'll talk about that tomorrow. It'll be a fun one. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share.